My name is Max. My world is fire and blood.
Hi, this is Chris, and welcome to what every college filmmaker could learn from Mad Max Fury Road: cinematography, powering characters, and use of restraint. Let me first disclose something. I am a huge fan of Mad Max Fury Road, and I will go to my grave defending George Miller's work of cinematic brilliance. However, it is my job to now convince you, as fellow filmmakers, why you should watch and what to take away from the film. The cinematography, especially the framing, is particularly important in all of the chase scene wide shots. Director George Miller decided to center the pursuit vehicles in the wide chase scenes so that the viewers would focus on everything in the middle of the screen. With Fury Road being the fourth installment in the Mad Max franchise, Miller didn't want this one to look just as gritty as the others. Instead, he took another approach. He wanted to challenge the unusual post-apocalyptic film coloring and make it colorful and vibrant. Shooting digitally helped Miller achieve this. However, cinematographer Seal marvels at how Mad Max Fury Road, quote, will look like its own image. I think that's the wonder of it. Now, there's been a lot of debate, both scholarly and socially, about Mad Max's feminist take on Furiosa's name. It literally means General Fury, which is fitting for her ability to lead with authority and her unstoppable rage. And the fact that the film is called Fury Road signifies that the movie's story is really centered on her rather than Max, who plays more of a supporting role. This gives Furiosa, in addition to her kick-ass fighting style, the most power in the film. But this doesn't mean that males don't have power.
Once, I was a cop. A road warrior searching for a righteous cause. My name is Max.
Mac Rokitansky manages to be a successful main or supporting character, whichever you prefer to see him as, without being a testosterone-filled jackass who feels the need to demonstrate his power at every turn. Instead, he protects the wives as his own family instead of trying to get into their pants. Chastity belts. And manages to have a camaraderie relationship with Furiosa instead of a romantic one.
We are not this! We are not this!
Where is she taking them?
She didn't take them, they begged her to go!
The wives exemplify their own story tropes. Splendid Angharad is the leader who speaks for the wives as a group. Capable is the Lancer, or the Heart, who wins over Nux with her gentle warmth. Toast is the big girl, who is willing to die for freedom, and she actually switches tropes with the Dag. Now, the Dag is the oddball, who, ending up switching with Toast, is the big girl at the end. The last and youngest wife, Cheeto, is the chick. Shy, docile, and naive, not contributing to anything to the group until she saves Furiosa at the end. This allows the wives to be more than just sex symbols by developing into full-fledged characters.
If I'm gonna die historic on the Fury Road.
In the film, Nux is never inherently evil, despite being a war boy, and the war boy's image of being sickly and violent, willing to die for their quote-unquote god, Immortan Joe. He is still obsessed with glorious combat, who wouldn't be in this movie, like his brothers in arms. But by being weaker and needing Max's blood to survive, this makes Nux gentler by nature.
It is by my hand you will rise from the ashes of this world!
It is by default that everyone is a badass, but Joe is the main antagonist, dying from radiation poisoning or systematic infection. He is the engineer of trade between him and his brothers, trading bullets and fuel for breast milk. Yep, that whole tanker Furiosa drove would have been full of breast milk if she hadn't drained it for the wives. Immortan Joe has everyone believe, and even believes his own lies by the time Max gets there. See here.
Where is she taking them?
She didn't take them, they begged her to go!
He refuses to believe that the wives left on their own and insists Furiosa took them. Fury Road has other successful developed side characters, but knowing these tropes was half the battle to creating compelling and likable or reasonably hateable, making them fascinatingly believable characters. Try applying it to your own characters in your videos. Finally, Miller's use of restraint is something every filmmaker should start using. Sure, everyone loves a Michael Bay movie filled with blood, explosions, and badass kickery. But do you really? Miller seamlessly uses restraint in Mad Max Fury Road. Visible gore is reserved entirely for major plot moments. It's what Fury Road chooses not to do that gives restraint such value for reaching quote-unquote shock value.
Look out! Stop! Turn the rig around! Go back for her!
No.
Tell him to turn the rig around!
Did you see it?
She went under the wheels.
Did you see it?
She went under the wheels.
We keep moving.
No!
We keep
He doesn't
moving!
know what he's talking about!
Whatever happens, we're going to the green place.
The stupid green place! We don't even know where to find it!
By not desensitizing the audience, they're able to properly notice the death of a veteran character emotionally, setting it apart from so many other movies in its genre. Overall, Mad Max Fury Road has a lot of hidden gems that make it all the more exciting and visually stimulating. In addition to its strong characters and storytelling, Mad Max challenges the film industry in so many ways and even stirred up a prominent men's rights activist movement against the film. If that doesn't make you chuckle, I don't know what will. This is Chris Wilcox signing off and about to send my resume to George Miller for the next Mad Max installment.
Here we go, girls.